I'm a former investment advisor who uninvested from the stock market. And on this channel, I share where I've found alternative investments that more closely align with my values. One thing that I think is not discussed often enough is that there are two sides of every investment equation. There's the impact and benefit to the investor who uses capital to make an investment. This is the most familiar part of the equation, where investors ask, how much return could I generate from this investment? And maybe as investors, we look a little closer at the industry or the business model, but that's often where the analysis ends. But there are also always people on the other side of the equation that are impacted by the investment. And I want to suggest that when an investment is well designed, people on both sides of this equation benefit. And there are many, many examples of this, and I've shared a few on this channel already. And yesterday I got to visit with people that were on both sides of that equation related to Magnolia Fund, which is a community investment fund that was started here in Houston. On the investment side, over 100 people pooled investment dollars in Magnolia Fund. And the money in that fund is being used to purchase and build out Ox Street Kitchen, which is already up and going. Ox Street Kitchen is a shared commercial kitchen business in this community. So let's look at the impact on both sides of this equation. From the investor point of view, there are two components of the investment. First, there's the real estate asset. In this case, it's the property and the building. As an investor, it's pretty reasonable to expect the value of that centrally located property will appreciate over time. Second, for the investor, there's also a business, which is Ox Street Kitchen. Ox Street Kitchen is a shared commercial kitchen business. And this business makes money by selling different levels of memberships to food entrepreneurs. As that business grows to have more members over time, the business of Ox Street Kitchen will bring in more revenue and become profitable. Assuming this happens, investors will receive a regular share of those profits in the form of cash dividends. So on the investor side, there's the appreciation of the real estate as a value, and then there's potential cash flow. But here's the part we don't talk about nearly enough. On the other side of that same equation is the community. Now there's a commercial kitchen that people in the community can actually afford to use for a food startup. Instead of signing a full lease, they can test an idea, start small, and build something. Ox Street Kitchen opens new opportunities, new possibilities for local people. That's a valuable impact. Yesterday, one of the conversations I had with one of the local investors was the possibility of a tamale business. And this is what well-designed investment looks like. Investors can benefit from the real estate appreciation and the cash flow, and communities get access, opportunity, and infrastructure that they need. Same equation, different impact, all good. If we're intentional about where our money goes, we can build systems that work for all of us. Let's invest like mothers.